Hello, everybody. It is Jasmine with Jasmine and Co. I'm so excited to be here with you guys, as I always am. And today we're going to talk about repurposing your content. This is so important, guys. So important. You do not have to reinvent the wheel. It's pointless to do that. It's wasted energy. You could be spending that time on something else, growing your business, building partnerships, relationships, etc. So you should not be focusing on reinventing the wheel. Now, I will say if you're coming out with a new service or a new product and you need like content for that, that's one thing. But if you are marketing the same services and products for months and years, you can take content from last year, from the year before, repurpose that, and totally do a lot with that. Specifically today, guys, I want to talk to you about 10 different ways that you can repurpose an interview, because I've seen a lot of people, they do Facebook Live interviews, Instagram interviews, YouTube videos. Wonderful. They do even podcast interviews. So they do these interviews and then it just sits there. So it releases live. Great. They'll tell their audience and then that's it. They don't do anything else with it. 9 times out of 10, you gave out a ton of good, juicy information in that video. So it doesn't just need to sit there. You need to use that for your own, in your own marketing strategy, on your own pages and with different things. So I'm going to tell you what those 10 tips are and tell you a little bit more about them. But before I hop into that, I just want to say hello again. My name is Jasmine with Jasmine & Co. And we are a one-stop shop virtual assistant agency specializing in general admin, marketing, tech, and system setup. So when you think about Target or Walmart, that is us. We pretty much provide everything at an affordable, rate. So we provide exceptional customer service. We've been going strong for a few years. And if you don't know me, I help manage your business online. I'm an author, speaker, radio host, all of the above. But again, most importantly, I'm an online business manager, and I literally help you manage your business and manage the strategy and all the different aspects of your business. So welcome to me. Welcome. And for those of you that are watching this video, because I always forget to say this, if you have questions, please drop those in the comments. If you're watching it live, wonderful. Please drop those in the comments. I'll be around. I'll answer your comments, or head over to the Facebook page at Jasmine & Co Team. If you have a question, let us know there. Or if you're watching the replay, same thing. Drop a comment, head over to our Facebook page, and let's chat so I can help answer your questions. Or if you want to book like a Pick My Brain call, on the calendar, you can go to the Facebook page or the website at jasmineandco.org and do that. So let's go ahead and hop in here. So 10 ways to repurpose an interview. And again, I gave all the different things: Facebook Lives, Instagram, podcast, YouTube, all the above. You can repurpose those interviews. I know me personally, I've done a ton of them. Have I repurposed them all to the T like I probably should have? Absolutely not. But I have repurposed a lot of them. Even, everything from my radio shows. I even have a weekly Facebook, show called Facts and Snacks that I do. I've been a little laying low on it a little lately, but I plan to pick back up on it soon. So if you're interested in being a guest on that show, please drop a comment. I'll send you the form for that. But I have that. I do different podcasts all the time. I go on other people's Facebook Lives and I'm a guest. YouTube, Instagram, I've done it all too. So everything I'm telling you, I've done it. I could do a better job at it, but at least I'm doing it. So I definitely want to share the word and share the message. So number one is an edited video for YouTube. So if you're like me and you have a Facebook show, you need to have a YouTube channel. I've been doing it for probably about a year and a half, and I have all of these videos, and they're just on my Facebook page or in my drive that I have, my Google Drive. And I needed my YouTube page. It's something that's been on my list, but honestly, there's some other things that kind of took priority. And so it's still on my list. I do plan on doing that before the end of this year, hopefully next quarter. I need to do it myself, but that's going to help you, with your viewers. You can get followers on there. YouTube is really, really cool. If you haven't explored it, I would most definitely tell you to do that. You can definitely monetize and make money off of YouTube. If you have great content, you will reap the results, and it's only going to help your business, whether you're offering a product or a service, it doesn't matter. So you can definitely create a edited video for YouTube off of that interview that you did. Number two is you can do like an Instagram like quote or graphic or like an infographic. So an infographic, if you've ever seen on social media, like it's like a graphic and it has like stats on it. So maybe like, between, people between ages 18 and 35, they use Facebook 50%, Instagram 20%, and then they only use Twitter 10%. And then it has all these different on it, and all these different things. That's kind of what an infographic is. It shows numbers. But you can also just create something simple. Maybe it was a quote or like a sentence, comment, whatever that you said in that video. You can use that as a quote and add your picture on there. It's a bunch of different things you can do with that. And then number three is the Instagram video clip. So you guys know that you can upload a small video up to 1 minute on Instagram. You can take clips out of that interview, and when it goes live, you can say, hey, behind the scenes type of deal, or it's just a bunch of ways you can do it as far as like the actual copy or the description. But you can just take different clips and use those. You can do like, 1 or 2 little clips a month or something like that, where people are actually seeing you or hearing you, if it's a podcast or just whatever. So there are several ways you can do that there. Number 4 is an Instagram or Facebook story photo. If you are not using stories on Instagram and Facebook, you're missing out. I forgot what the number of the percentage is. That's my homework. I have to look at that. But they are more inclined when people like on Facebook and Instagram, they like go to the stories first before they even start like going through their timeline or going through someone else's page. They check out your stories. What's on your stories? So if you're not using stories, you can definitely do it. You can do a quick little video on stories. You can put a photo on there, and it stays there, I think, for like 24 hours or however long it stays on there. And it stays on there, so it's pretty cool. So it's the first thing people see. And then what's cool is, like on Facebook, you can go through all of your friends' stories. Like let's say I post a story, then Jimmy, then Susie, it'll go to mine, then it'll go to Jimmy's, then it'll go to Susie. So it's really cool. So if you're not using that, I definitely recommend you do it. We can, you can put together a cool little graphic for that. Or like I said, you can do a little snippet video. Number 5 is Instagram TV. If you're not going live, you are missing out. I know that some people, we had a video a while ago about video marketing, and is it really worth it? Heck yeah, it is. But if, going live, you have to work your way to it. I understand. If you need tips on that, just let me know. We'll do that in a separate video. But it took me a while. Honestly, guys, I will tell you, I'm an introvert. I know it's hard to believe. I know, but truly, I'm an introvert. But I had to learn to get out of that shell, because I know where I wanted to be, what I wanted to do. So over the years, I have learned to get out of that shell. When going live is different than like having an audience in front of you. Those are 2 different feelings, 2 different things. For some reason, going live intimidates people when it shouldn't, because you should be able to be yourself, and it's just raw content. People are going to see the real you. You know what? As you guys know, I stumble over my words a lot of times, and I'm like, whoops, sorry. I think last video I sneezed. Things like that are going to happen. And so, people, well, in particular, your audience, they're going to appreciate that even more. Like, hey, she's human. I know some people, they'll do pre-recorded videos. They take like 50 or 100 takes before they get it perfect. And I'm like, bump that. I'm going live. This is what I'm doing. If I mess up, whatever. Like, if I need a drink of water, I have my water. It's right here. So think of it that way. So Instagram TV is a really, really great tool, guys. Instagram is like the number 1 platform. Yes, over Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, all of these other platforms. Instagram is number 1, and it's growing and it's constantly changing, but it is a great tool for your business. I don't really care what industry you're in, what niche you have. Instagram can be really amazing for your business if you use it the right way and if you strategize correctly. So you can go on there, go live just for 5 minutes, do a Q&A session with your audience. Or, let's say you're selling hair products. Do a Q&A session about some Remy hair. I don't even know the names of the hair, but like on one of your products or some of the hair you have, people are going to be like, ask you questions, whatever. or you can just go live. It could be informational. It could be the Q&A format. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. Or if you just want to get on and say hello and say you're at the beach in Jamaica, cool. Tell your audience, hey, I'm at the beach at Jamaica. I work from home. Let me tell you how you can work from home too. There are several ways you can finesse that. And to the recorded video, pre-recorded videos, you can do that as well. But that should be where you start if you're not comfortable doing lives. But going live is ultimately the way you want to go. And you don't want to just go live unless you're like, you have a ton of followers and they're like waiting on you to go live. You want to kind of warm up your audience to you going live so you can make sure that people are on there when you're on there. You want to be strategic about the time and the day that you do it, all of that. So all that to say, Instagram TV is our number 5. Our number 6, guys, is a Facebook video. Just do up to 5 minutes. You can repurpose that interview that you did for Facebook easily. You know, Facebook is great. You guys know that's my hub. I could talk about it all day, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. But yeah, create a Facebook video out of that. Number 7 is a transcribed blog. So let's talk about what transcription actually is. Transcription is basically taking video and putting it into text, into words. So let's say you have your video and you want to take some pieces out of your interview. You can go to a website called, you can find a virtual assistant, or you can go to, there's several different websites, but one of the most popular ones is Temi, TEMI.com. And it's very, very, very inexpensive to get, your video transcribed, but I will tell you that won't be the final version. It will need some editing, but still, at least you got it transcribed into words. It may have cost you $2. I forgot what the rates are. It may have cost you $2 or $3, and then boom, you can either edit your blog, hire a virtual assistant, or hire someone to edit your blog, and you're ready to go. And that's how you can kind of create blogs out of content that you already have. Number 8 is a LinkedIn article. Talk about your experience on that podcast, on that live, or whatever you did, and throw in your 2 cents as the expert. So me, I hopped on the, Biz Babe. I think that's one I have coming up. Yeah, I hopped on the Biz Babe podcast. This is what we discussed. And then I kind of changed the conversation into, what I do, like me having a VA agency, and my expertise is like outsourcing and consulting with outsourcing and blah, 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 blah. You want to tie in what you talked about in that interview to like your expertise. You want to tie those together, create a LinkedIn article off of that. Same thing with the blog. You can transcribe the content and honestly create an article out of it, and you can create a blog out of it too. You can do 2 different things. Number 9 is a Pinterest image. So if you're on Pinterest, go and make you an image from that interview that you did. So simple. And then number 10 is a podcast. If you have a podcast, take that interview that you did and go ahead and move it over to your podcast. And yeah, that can be so awesome. So I want to go over all of these again, guys. This is 10 ways you can repurpose your interview. If you've had any type of interview, you can go back and repurpose all of those. So if you're looking for content for next week or next month or the following month, this is a good place where you can start, where you're not trying to pull content out your butt. Number 1 is the edited video for YouTube. Number 2 is the Instagram quote, photo, or an infographic. Number 3 is the Instagram video clip up to 1 minute. Number 4 is the Instagram story or the Facebook story photo. Number 5 is the IG Instagram TV. Number 6 is the Facebook video up to 5 minutes. Then you have number 7 is the transcribed blog. Number 8 is the LinkedIn article, which you can also use the same transcription you did for the blog, or you can, transcribe parts of the interview as well for the article. Number 9 is a Pinterest image. Too cool. And then number 10 is a podcast. So these are all different ways. And there are several more, guys. I just gave you 10, giving you guys some homework, giving you guys some things to think about. So I want you to go back. Your homework is to go back and think about all the videos that you've done, and see how you can repurpose those. Now, for those of you that haven't done an interview before, if you're new in the game, you're trying to get some interviews, trying to get the experience and all of that, that's okay. if you have social media pages that have been running for a while, you can pull from that content and still do some of these. So if you have social media pages that have been running for at least 6 months to a year, you can still go back and take some content and repurpose it multiple different ways. There are several ways to do it. You do not, for the last time, I'm going to say it again, you do not have to reinvent the wheel, and no one expects you to. It's just too many resources out there, too much information for you to reinvent the wheel. Now, like I mentioned earlier when we first started, if you have a new service or a new product, that's different. That's one thing. Yes, you're going to need to create your content and information for that. But once you have it and you roll that out, you can take that content you initially did for that and piggyback off of it and keep creating, content on and on and on. You can go that way. But if you have done an interview, which I'm hoping most of you that have watched this, you've done some type of interview, radio interview, podcast interview, Facebook Live interview, YouTube, Instagram, all of those. If you have had a video, I definitely recommend you use some of these tips so that you're not scratching your head trying to find content and you're not stressing out about finding content. You can add this into your marketing strategy and you'll be like, okay, I know that I can get content from this and this. These are the 5 things I'm going to get out of this video. I'm going to use it in my marketing strategy. Boom, there you go. I'm so glad I was able to share that with you guys. If you have any questions, you guys know what to do. Drop them in the comments. Definitely tag and share with a friend, tag a friend, just share and tag, because we definitely want to get this information out to everybody. You know where to find us, where to find me on Facebook and Instagram at Jasmine & Co Team. You can also find us on our website at jasmineandco.org. Again, guys, like I mentioned, and you feel free to always do this. I have on my calendar a Pick My Brain call. Please come and book a call so we can talk. You guys know I like to talk about this stuff. So if you have questions or anything, that would be the most appropriate time, or, on Messenger and Facebook, or booking a call with me will be like the absolute best way. For us to talk. And I would love to talk with you all and meet you all. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. I hope you got some good tips out of this, because this is something that took me a while to learn, and it's just taking time for me to learn. But instead of you guys reinventing the wheel, I want to share the information with you because it just makes the most sense. So again, be sure to tag and share with the next person. Let me know your comments if you have questions, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.